Hello, my dears. It's Katie, and I'm here today with two announcements and a goals video. So, this is my last video of the year. I'm not doing my normal recap of absolutely everything that happened this year. I'm not even really going to do the highlights. If you do want to know some of the highlights and some of the things that I read this year, I'd highly recommend checking out my Tumblr, which is linked down below. You can view it without having an account. You just can't really interact with it. It's there for you guys to check out if you wish, along with my Goodreads and my Storygraph, whichever medium is your desired platform, I suppose. But mainly, I'm here to make a couple of announcements and give you some generalized goals that I have for the next stretch, shall we say. So the first announcement is I am very tired of just what's going on with the Bookternet as a whole. I'm finding it to be a very toxic place and just not the fun and creative space that it used to be several years back when I first joined. And so because I'm finding myself more and more frustrated with all of this, I wanted to also achieve a goal to do something that a lot of people have promised to do but never actually carried out, and that is to try and bridge the different parts of the Bookternet and try and just have more interaction, because YouTube and BookTube is the biggest platform for book people, but there are so many other facets of the Bookternet that I feel like get kind of pushed to the background. And there have been so many people saying, oh, we should bridge that gap, and they just have never done it. So my goal with kind of trying to create a place that is less toxic and bridging the gap of the Bookternet is I created a Discord. This is something that I've been toying with doing for about a year. I created the whole thing about a year ago, and I finally decided to do something with it because just I'm getting more and more frustrated with absolutely everything that is going on all of the platforms. And I'm like, you know what? I want to create this nice, cozy, kind of communal place where not only can you go to talk about books, but we can also go to just get to know people. And I just wanted to create that. I hope that you all check it out, and if you're so inclined, to spread the word, because the more the merrier. But I've been spending a lot of time on Discord the last year and a half-ish, and I just really, really love the platform and everything that it has to offer. And I want this channel to exist because a lot of people have been kind of flocking to the platform in general anyway. People who are creating different readathons or read-alongs, they really like it. And for those of you who aren't familiar with it, it's the best way to describe it is it's kind of like a chat room with voice and video capabilities. So there's a lot that can be done with it. So I wanted to try and create this like cozy and fun space where we can get together and talk about books and get to know each other in the process. And just so you know, kind of before you go in, if this is something that you're not okay with, is one of the rules of my server will be to leave most drama from the book world at the door. This is meant to be a fun, cozy, kind of comforting place, and that doesn't mean that there can't be any of it. I just don't want it to be rampant everywhere. So there will be a channel that can be dedicated to bookish drama if you would like, and I have that created in case, but I don't want to know what author you find problematic or what book you find to be an issue in whatever way, shape, or form. That's what these other platforms are for. You can talk about them there all you want. But this, I kind of want to be like an escape and like a comforting and cozy space where we can just go to relax, if you will. So that is one thing I did briefly want to mention, because that's just something I've noticed more and more across all of the platforms. It's just the negativity and the, talking about drama and everything. And I wanted a place where people could get away from that if they wanted. So the Discord is linked down below. You do have to have an account to join, but I'd love to have you come. And as I said, feel free to spread the word if you're so inclined. And that segues me sort of into my second announcement. I am taking a hiatus with no end date from BookTube. I've done a lot of self-discovery and self-process and just learned a lot about myself over the last year in particular. And I think that in order for me to try and fix some things, I need to take a step back from this. One, it's a big time commitment. Two, it's kind of impacting me in a negative way. Three, I'm just not getting as much joy out of it as I used to. That's not to say that I don't have ideas or that I don't still enjoy doing certain parts of it. But I need to take some time away. And that includes watching BookTube and just YouTube in general. That doesn't mean I'm going to stop watching completely, but my interactions with other creators' content will be less for similar reasons as the reason as I'm stepping back. So just don't expect me to be around as much in the next however long I need. So I'm just gonna take a step back and work on some things for a while. I'm not stopping reading, and for the moment, I will still keep my Goodreads and Storygraph and blog and everything. I'm not going away from the Bookternet 100%. I just need to be more in the background for right now to focus on some other aspects. So if you do want to stay in contact with me, the Discord is going to probably be your best bet. But then, of course, you can still see what I'm reading on Goodreads or the Storygraph, and then you can, check out or follow me on Tumblr, because I will still be posting some things there from time to time, but it's going to be more relaxed rather than doing like monthly wrap-ups and posting reviews and those kinds of things. I need to be a little bit more relaxed for now. So I will come back at some point to update you on what I'm going to be doing going forward, if anything, just based off of everything that's going on. I need to do what's best for me, and so I will, of course, update you on what that ends up being, whether I stop posting content except for in very rare cases, or if I will come back at some point. I will let you know about that at some point in the future, when I know better what my situation is going to be. And so I did want to finish up this video with some brief goals, generally, but bookish related as well. Goal one is I'm going to just be as relaxed as I possibly can about my reading. And I say this every year, but I'm continuing with my buddy reads with some of my friends that I've made here. So I'm going to make those kind of more of a priority than my own whatever reading, and I will insert whatever I want to read at any given time if I'm feeling a pull towards something. So I'm not going to force myself to read anything for anything. I'm just gonna go with the flow and see how I'm feeling at any given time and just pick up what I think might be right for me in the moment. Second, I will be participating in one readathon, and that is G's Magical Readathon Aurelium. It's phenomenal. It's fantastic. The world building has gripped me. The storyline is just so compelling, and I did it this past September, the initial novice path, and I was just so into it. That was the most excited I've been about reading in a long time, frankly, or what feels like a long time. Like I was just picking up things and just enjoying it to enjoy it rather than just being stressed out about everything. So I do want to continue doing that. And then we'll see. I might do one or two, but more in a more relaxed way. So like just kind of for me, just maybe read, winter themed books during, like the Polarthon rather than, feeling like I am required to do like prompts and things. I'm just not going to do that. So those are the two main ones. I will still have a reading goal, but it will be 2 books. Like that's just going to be how it's going to be. And really that's kind of it. So it's just going to be continuing with my buddy reads and prioritizing those, and then reading whatever I feel like at any given time, just not putting pressure on myself to read things and being okay with not finishing them when I feel like I need to finish them. I'm just gonna try and eradicate any and all self-imposed deadlines on like enjoyable things. So we'll see how that goes, because that's going to be a tricky one. And then participating in the one readathon, maybe doing, a theme kind of a thing here and there if I'm so compelled. Like I usually am compelled to read winter things during the winter months. That's just a specific thing I like to do. Just like I love to read mysteries during the fall months. It's just a thing I like sometimes. And then reading 2 books. I think those are relatively chill goals, and these aren't just goals for the next year. It's going to be for as long as I can possibly make them be a thing. So we'll see how I go with that. And I feel pretty good about those goals because they're not too confining and they just gonna allow me to do my own thing. Of course, I'll probably at some point update you, probably on Tumblr, as to how I'm doing on my goals, but I'm really excited to do that. But other than that, that's everything I've got. It was a pretty good reading year overall, given everything that I've been going through and been dealing with. And I want to make it even more relaxed than I was this year. But overall, I feel pretty satisfied with it, with the amount of books that I read and the quality of the books that I read. And just in general, it was just a pretty decent year. I don't have much more to say beyond that because, as I said, I am not gonna go into depth on everything I read and anything, because this is going to be the last video, not only of this year, but that I'm going to be posting for a long time. So, yeah. One last time, I suppose. You all know the drill. I have all of my social media links down below in the description. I have my Tumblr, my Goodreads, my Storygraph, and my Discord, along with the new Bookish Discord that I created for everyone. And other than that, I will catch you later in another video at some point, potentially in the future. But I suppose this is a farewell for now, and I hope to continue talking to you all. And it's been great fun. Bye.